is Devon of Jetblade Barbados here. We have not done this in a while, but I just wanted to talk to you about the X Jetpack and how it works and how easy it is to learn how to fly. Well, this is the X Jetpack. Nothing to fear. We've taught thousands of people. Everything floats with this. All of this is flotation. And as you can see, if I lay back, everything floats, right? It is impossible to sink, impossible to drown in the jetpack. The key that we teach every single person is to relax. That is the number one key. Number two is forward momentum, motion and movement. Moving forward on the jetpack is the only way to become stable. So guys, as I said, moving forward on the jetpack, that is the key. How is this done? This is our forward flight position with your weight slightly leaning forward. Your hand position is at this level, chest level. To go forward on the jetpack, you simply pull down 1 inch. All of your motions and movements are 1 inch increments, very tiny and very slow. That is the key to stability. So pulling down makes you go forward. A couple rules here. Number one, you never lift too high. If you notice that angle of the jets behind me, that is pointing slightly backwards. That will slow you down, take you up, and you may go backwards. All right, so you never want to lift too high. Number two, you never want to pull too low. You will lose the lift of the jets and you may fall in. But as I said before, everything floats. You cannot sink, you cannot drown. All right, so I'll get Jay to hook me up. I'll show you how this is done. And as you can see, absolutely nothing to fear in this machine. Everything floats. It is literally impossible for me to sink, and this is why a lot of our guests feel comfortable when they train and they come for the lessons with us, because they realize that you can't sink in this thing, and that sheds most of the fear. The main safety element with this experience is we control the power, you do not. That's why this is safe for you. The only thing you have control over is direction, and this is where Jason and I come in. We teach you how to direct the jetpack. So I'm just going to illustrate moving forward, getting that balance and building that stability, and I'll illustrate some of the rules, not lifting too high and what happens when you pull down too low. Let's do it.
Alright, so Jay has got me all hooked up here, and I'm going to begin my forward movement. Right, so simply I'm just here illustrating balance of the jetpack and moving forward. I'm going to pull down slightly, pulling your hands down 1 inch, angles the jets back and helps you to move forward. Continuous movement is the absolute key to stability. Pulling down right here, keeping that jetpack moving forward. Right there, lift it up a little bit too high just to show that once you lift up, you immediately slow down and go backwards. That's one of the rules. You never lift too high. Moving forward, continuous movement is even at low power, is the key to stability. Excellent movement, good balance. Chest level, I'm just illustrating there. Pulling down a little bit keeps you going. Once you don't pull down below your chest, pulling down too low would take you into the water. Here I brought the jetpack to a stop. This is not recommended. It's a little bit harder to control when it's stationary. However, I do have the experience on that to keep it stable, but for a beginner, moving forward is really the key. Yeah, so right here, pulling down slightly, will keep you going. I've asked Jason to increase the power, even transitioning into flying backwards. It's the same thing. You just have to keep the momentum going in one direction. Always moving forward, always having the jets angled slightly. See how the jets are a little bit angled back? That's pushing me forward. That's really the key. And that was a little bit of a rapid hand motion, but you want to keep everything nice and slow in really small increments, and that is it. Moving forward and becoming stable.